what do you call that?
Outside burner.
There we go. An outside propane burner. So we have a big stock pot that we use, and we just hook up a small little propane
tank.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning. It is Butcher Day. Today we are going to be getting Thanksgiving prepped and ready with some turkeys in the freezer. So I'll go out and show you the turkeys that we'll be butchering today. Still have a lot of setup to get ready. We got some friends coming over, and we're going to be putting some meat in the freezer. First, let's stop by the pigs, see how they're doing today. We got this rabbit. He's been hanging out for a while. He got out probably back in the summer, and these are our old spots. They'll be ready probably in January. And we got some coonies. What's up, y'all? You guys hungry? Here's Harvey, our rooster. He just finished molting. He's finally growing some feathers back. What's up, Harvey? We got some ducks in this enclosure. They'll be getting out. Girls will let them out here in a little bit. Let's go see these turkeys. So last year we were hoping to get around 15-pound birds, but we were a little light. They were between, we had maybe a couple 15-pounders, but most of them were about 13 or so. So we ordered a little earlier this year, and honestly, they should have been butchered probably a week or two ago. But what's up, guys? Nope. Stay in there. So when you're going to butcher, you don't want to feed them about at least 24 hours before butchering. So they didn't get any feed yesterday. I think they did get fresh grass, but no feed. So I think these two tractors will be doing, or maybe at least the first tractor today. Those are mostly the toms. Some of the hens are smaller. Anyway, we got some friends coming over. They're taking a turkey home with them. So anyway, it's kind of a brisk morning. It's like 45. Might get a little bit of rain here in a bit, just for a little bit, but it'll clear up. Be a nice rest today. I'm sure Janan's already shown you guys, but the garden is It's officially done. I think we had our first frost about a week ago, maybe a little over. So we'll probably be letting at least the chickens, if not the pigs, come in and clean up the garden. But still a lot of fruit on the vine, but it's all sad and dead now. Last week, my son's football team was they went to the playoffs, and so that was Halloween. So our kids didn't go trick-or-treating, so we threw a party last Sunday, and we've just been so busy that we still have all these stools and stuff left out from the party. Should probably get that cleaned up today as well. It's supposed to get cold, real cold. It's supposed to be in the teens, I think, for the low. I see we got a trash can over here that collected everybody's trash that stayed out here. And now there's foam plates everywhere. That's fun. So anyway, got to get some things set up and ready. Got to get the scalder cleaned and the water going. So we'll try to set you guys up and let you guys just follow along for the day. Janan will be headed to go get some ice. Get these guys on coolers. What we're going to do is butcher them. We're going to put them in coolers with ice, with a little bit of water, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. You let them sit in some apple cider vinegar for at least overnight, but probably like 24 hours before they go in the freezer. That helps the meat tenderize. So, all right, well, we're gonna start getting things set up. We need these 4 tons wash. I'll get this plugged in.
What?
It doesn't have to be perfect.
It's always been hard.
As long as it's clean.
It has. A whole burger here. Yeah, for real. No, literally. You just pulled a foot out of the thing.
A foot?
Yeah. It's just skin from a foot. Oh my gosh. It wasn't an actual just foot, it was like the foot skin. But still in the form of a foot.
Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah.
What do you want?
Do something.
It's gotten clogged. I've had to clean that thing out so many times. Ben's alright, isn't he?
No. That sucks, bro.
What happened?
This just broke. Well, the spout on our scalder just broke off. I can't fix that. I have to order a new one. So we're gonna have to use a pot with propane.
I was not doing anything. I was getting.
Roman was talking for me.
He said, is he like, are you guys like cuddling or something, or is he strengthening you? I guess he's not. But I didn't choke you. That's why. You did ask. I said, why is it so? Why are you not getting choked? Huh? You did ask. Why aren't you getting choked?
This is clean.
Can you use the hose to rinse this off?
It is on.
No.
It's covered in water, but clean. You want it?
It's all the way around.
Where'd all the feathers go? Oh, okay. So I literally pulled out like this much out of that thing.
I was just scrubbing it a little bit.
I literally like I scooped out.
How do you fix that? So I mean, like today. You don't have a scalder.
Someone. Try to water.
It just screws onto there. I can take that nozzle to like Farm and Home and see if they got one. So I'll share with you earlier, the spigot broke on the scalder. This fastens to the scalder and it's kind of like welded on here or something. I think it's some sort of weld or something. But we just decided, instead of getting a spigot, I think I can just go find a plug, put it on there, so that way at least it holds water.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this 10-gallon pot's going to hold these turkeys.
I don't think
I'll
so
be
either.
flipping them to dip it, and it won't keep all the water in.
And also, I just don't think it's going to be super efficient because our scalder is electric, and then we're right now running it on propane to be able to heat that bucket, so, or that pot. So I don't really know if that's going to be super efficient all day doing that, but yeah.
So, well, sidetracked a little bit.
Perk of us being like in the country, but like 7 minutes away from something. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of nice. Farm and Home is 7 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to put us behind a little bit because that scalder is probably going to take at least an hour to get to temperature.
Yeah. But it also is slated for us to have rain, so it might just be fine. Would you like to be on the video?
No.
These goobers are trying to be distracting.
If you have a farm, best thing you can get is help, free help.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back and see. So they had a Farm and Home. I don't know. I don't think they're like everywhere, but Farm and Home. They're down in Harrisonville, Missouri, and they had a special going on today. Anything you can fit in the bucket, 15% off. And if you're a VIP member, the bucket's free. So hey, free bucket. You can always use that on the farm. Which made this pack of Redmond salt like $8. That's super nice. Anyway, so I found this valve that I think will work. If this doesn't, which it should, if it doesn't, I've got a plug too. So let's go fix the scalder so we can get this thing going. Shit's closed. There we go. All right, so the rain is gone. It is noon. We're about 2 hours behind due to the scalder and then the rain. That's cool. So we're going to get rolling here. Pray. Yes. And we will go grab. Come on, Ace. Ready? Father God, we're just so thankful for today. Thankful for this opportunity, Lord, to spend time with friends. God, I pray, Lord, that you just let today go good. God, I thank you, Lord, for your provision. Thank you, Lord, that even in seasons where it's tough, God, we know that you're our provider. You've always provided for us. God, I thank you for these turkeys. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord, to be able to raise them and to eat them. God, I thank you, Lord, for the sacrifice, Lord, that they are giving their life, Lord, that way we can live. God, this reminds me of your sons. And God, we're so thankful for the gift of life, Lord, that you give them. God, I pray, Lord, you keep us safe today, that everything goes smoothly. And we thank you, praise, thank you for the Allen, the friendship. God, I pray, Lord, that they just goes well. Amen. All righty. Very good.
Sad. I hate starting.
Okay.
Did you lose any turkeys?
We
If you turn it upside down, it'll calm down. How much do you think it weighs?
I don't know.
Oh, look at it.
12 or 14 pounds, maybe?
You think that's it?
I don't know. Maybe even less than that.
So we can tell the
Feels like
Oh, you might be choking them a little bit.
I'm not holding it tight.
Oh, okay.
Here.
It's gonna like peck
Who's
you.
this?
Dang, his wings. I know.
That's. Man, we've had these guys a lot longer than last year.
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong.
Let's try it with the cone. If it doesn't work, we will.
Did you see his last night?
He said, "This is how it ends." I hate this. This is so
Get out.
strong.
Now he's in 6-7 heaven.
Roman!
Comes back.
Ben, are you deaf?
He's not gonna be here.
Me? Yeah. Yeah, I have a headphone and I didn't hear it off. That was broken.
Oh my god.
You have new
There's nothing like killing it, wrestling his neck, and then. Oh, see.
Ready?
On different modes. Do you want to get a bucket for feathers or no?
What's in the light, right?
Let's see feather you! We only got white ones this time.
No, I'm talking
Oh, there's me. Yeah. Die! Be more compatible!
All right. After clean, he's 15 exactly. All right. So this is the first one that we did. After it's been cleaned and everything, he's weighing exactly 15 pounds. He'll be soaked overnight in water and apple cider vinegar and ice. So he'll probably end up being about 16 pounds total. A lot bigger than last year. Last year they were about 13 pounds. So anyways, turkey number 1, done.
Okay, day 2, turkey butchering. Yeah. John's. Your farmer's showing. Anyways, day 2 of turkey butchering. So we chose to leave about 6 of those girls in one of the tractors to let them grow out a little bit bigger. We didn't have any small turkeys this time, but I feel like we could have. They could stand to grow a little bit. So now we're heading to the store to pick up ice. The nice thing about butchering in the fall versus in the spring/summer is you don't go through nearly as much ice. So we're gonna pick up some ice, get back, and set stuff up.
And some coffee, the important stuff.
Yes, coffee. We need coffee. And then, yeah. Get you back in less than a second. Okay, so we're back. We have a propane stove and a tank hooked up to it, and we have a giant stock pot going with water. So the point of that is we're getting ready to package these birds up. So we have bags, okay? They're just poultry bags. I'll link some in the show notes, but these specifically are a little bit bigger. The ones we got for chickens are smaller, but they're essentially just gonna shrink wrap it. So the hot water helps shrink wrap it to the bird, keep it from getting frost bitten in the freezer situation. I also will link, funny story, don't go buy cheap, what are those gloves called? Like heat resistant gloves?
Yeah, like
We didn't think about it the
Hot
first time we
gloves.
butchered, and we ended up getting some heat resistant gloves at like a farm supply store, but then he ended up accidentally getting a hole in it and then scalded the mess out of his hands.
but it didn't get a hole in it. They had a hole in it.
They had a hole in it. So this year when we were at the Homestead Festival, we picked up some from Yardbird, and so far so good. Yeah.
So, second butchering with them.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's shrink wrap some turkeys.
So, well, before we jump in, the water needs to be like, what, 100, 180, 190 degrees?
Yeah, between 100. Check the packaging of what you are buy, because I'm sure there's different specs for each one, but specifically these bags say between 180 and 195. So
What we like to do is get the bird in there, cinch the top up real good, but enough where air will come out,
yeah,
and then dip it all the way in without obviously getting water into the bag.
correct.
And it'll shrink wrap around the bird, and then you bring it out, twist it up, twist it, and then you'll zip tie the top.
So it has a straw that comes in the package, so you're gonna stick that down in with the bird, and then while it's in the bag, and this just helps that air escape. And then once it's nice and shrink wrapped, we'll go ahead and put some zip ties around the top of it. And that's also where, if you want to go ahead and you can get waterproof, freezer-proof labels and things like that. I have some of those, and we'll probably weigh them and then write down the weight on those birds. So when we have friends and family that want a specific weight, we don't have to weigh them again. We will be able to just weigh them and write it down. Stick it on the package once it's shrink wrapped. So, yeah. But you'll have an instruction manual, like it'll tell you all that stuff in here, so you don't have to second guess yourself. So it's 180 to 195 degrees, like I said, for 5 seconds. It's not a long process.
I'll show you our setup. So we've got this little propane tank on this burner, a 10-gallon stock pot. It's been heating up for what, 20 minutes or so? Check the temp. We're a little over, we're at 200, so I'm gonna turn the gas off or down. And we will start dunking them.
That's turkeys. I was like, I know. That's why I asked. No, I mean, I don't think we'll have to. I think I bought big bags for turkeys this time. Okay, so I'm definitely going to try to get as much liquid out of these turkeys as possible. Show you really fast. So there's like gonna be ice and water in the cavities. So I'm literally gonna just dump out what I can.
You guys get to heat up, right?
Mm-hmm. So, all right.
One of those straws.
stick a straw down in your bag. These bags are so much nicer than last year. Last
Yeah.
year we were trying to use these tinier bags that we had for chicken butchering, and it was comical. We ended up having to double bag them. It was
wasn't
crazy.
bad.
It was a little bad. No, one.
Four?
I think so. That bad it went in like somewhere. Yeah. It is, yeah.
You're right.
This one has a little bit of air in,
That didn't
in
look
here
right.
just because the way the legs are. All right, zip tying, and then we're gonna weigh all of them in one big batch. So right now they're just gonna go directly in the freezer, and we'll weigh them out at a later date.
If you don't get all the air out, you can just take that straw and just suck it all out. Just kidding.
Which
Don't do
freezer?
that.
Which freezer?
The one with the meat in it.
Ew, did you say suck it out? Wait, you want this where?
In the meat freezer. I made room, but you can move stuff around whatever you need to.
Wait, but how is that root?
What?
How is it root thing that they...
I think you just think you were dipping them or something.
No, they didn't pay for one, so...
I'll forget that.
I know, I'm just saying. Oh, this is funny. Was that a chicken? Yeah, it was a chicken because we preached it. No, we didn't. Oh, but there's
Okay, these 6 will sit for a couple days. All right, there it is. We've got enough propane for the last bit.
What up? Didn't touch you.
So. He lives inside with those bags.
Sure, you don't need them for the scalder.
I don't know which camera it is.
Wait, yeah, are you not going to use the scalder?
Oh, yeah. We need to take one.
All right.
All right. Time to kill the rest of them.
Okay, we are going to finish up these 6 birds. And you saw the first day already, but now I'm going to show you kind of a little more of a detail of what it looks like. There'll be no showing a kill or anything like that, you know, YouTube's not a fan of that. But if you ever want to actually experience it and you live in the Kansas City area, we do offer workshops for that. So if you'd like to come out and experience the whole thing, see where your food comes from, then I will put that link down there where you can follow all of our socials, and we'll talk about all that when the next rounds come up. We're gonna be taking farm shares for next year soon, so that's stuff that you're interested in, that'll all be down there. But once we have the bird killed with a kill cone, blood has drained out, we stick it in our scalder and our plucker. And I know Dave's already talked about all that, but I'm gonna kind of show you just the kind of up close process so you can kind of see it, since you guys saw like the far away. Another kind of tip that we do is we typically try to walk the tractor as close as possible so it's not having to carry them very far. When we do meat birds, it's not that big of a deal because we have a cage that we can throw them in and then bring them over in batches, but these turkeys are pretty big, so we only do them one at a time. So this is the setup that we kind of have. I'm sure Dave's already shown you, but just in case, this is our killing station. Dave made this with some wood and scraps that we had laying around the farm. So this right here is, these killing cones specifically are made for turkeys and chickens, but we did find that it's pretty tight for the big ones. And then they go upside down like that. Give a little hug. It's actually the most humane way to do this.
film it. Just take it out.
His legs are still. Can't get his legs.
And you can see how calm it is, how chill. Like, it's not a horrific, gruesome, disgusting way of doing anything. It's actually way more humane than any other way you would butcher. So then they'll sit here and drain for, how long do we let them sit here, Dave?
It can take up to 3 minutes. You just want to wait until the blood's like stopped flowing.
Yeah. And then it goes into the scalder. Okay, so Dave's gonna take the turkey, dip it down into our scalder. What temperature do you have this at, Dave?
153.
Okay.
You're just running.
So you can do this with like a giant pot, but a scalder is gonna keep the consistent temperature you need. You're not gonna have to babysit it or anything like that. And they're just obviously a lot bigger. So once we are done with this process, we're gonna stick it in this the plucker. How long does it take for this?
Anywhere from about 30 to 60 seconds. Just, you want to check the skin on the feet. When the skin on the feet peels really easily, it's ready to go. You don't want too long, it'll start cooking the meat. But the skin on these turkeys it's almost there. We'll go about 10, 15 more seconds. This is just going to loosen up the skin and allow those feathers to release. So if you look at the skin, see it's like releasing from the leg.
So now the bird will go into the plucker. And this is kind of gruesome looking, honestly. This might not be your cup of tea, but you got to run water with our plucker specifically, and it's going to shoot all the feathers out. It's definitely a lot easier than what we have if we were to do this by hand. Alright, so now these birds are gonna get taken over. I say this bird, I guess. Some pluckers will have the water that already shoots out for it. Ours specifically, we just went with the cheaper model for our budget, so we just run a hose. Alright, now the bird will go over to Annie for...
Chickens, they usually come out with a lot less feathers, but the turkeys have really thick, big feathers, so you have to hand pluck some.
Yeah. So Annie's gonna work on all of the cleanup. You're gonna pull the skin off those feet. You're going to pull the skin off the feet, do a little bit of cleanup, pull the extra feathers out that didn't come out with the plucker, and then dispatch the bird. So once we get all the cleanup done, come back and show you the dispatching process. We've also been doing this for a little bit now, and so I'll link all the supplies that we use because they've been tried and true. We actually started off with these boning shears, and we ended up ordering another set just because we really like them. Turkey feathers are one of those things that's really kind of hard to pull from the wings, depending on the breed. This breed is really great.
It's really easy.
This breed is a lot easier, but we did those artesian blacks last year, and it was really difficult to get all of the pin feathers out. So. Okay, so Annie now is just cleaning down the neck. So she's ripping the skin down a little bit. You got a lot of connective tissue in a turkey that you don't necessarily have in Cornish cross meat birds. So she's going to cut the neck off. We have buckets that we use to put all of our saved products in, meaning our necks and feet. I don't save anything else. Everything else goes into a gut bucket, and that goes to our pigs. So again, I said this in my bone broth video, but every aspect of these birds gets given into something in the farm. Whether it be the blood, the innards, the heads, the feet, the necks, the bodies. They go through multiple processes for it to become food for either us and or for animals on our farm. So these are boning shears to cut through the neck. These guys are big, so it's a little bit of a workout to get them out. Necks go in there. And now we're gonna end up cutting feet. So you want to use gravity to work with you. These knives specifically, you don't want to be cutting through any bone. Everything is connective tissue or skin. You use gravity to pull that. Sometimes, especially with these turkeys, there is some extra tissue that's really thick, so it's easier to do with the boning shears.
I think this one might have been a guy. I'm guessing it was a guy.
This process is really similar to what the process would be for meat birds, which are meat birds. We use our Cornish crosses. The reason why, these are basically the Cornish crosses of in the turkey world. So there's an oil gland on the back that you're gonna cut off. It just is what keeps their feathers oiled and clean. And we don't want to eat that, so we're gonna cut it off. Shut up. Listen, anybody that says don't have teenagers, like, you need teenagers in your life. They're pretty freaking cool. One, they are a great help around the farm, and two, they're comic relief. If I could show you what's happening behind the scenes right now, I would, but their preference is to stay off the camera, so I'm not going to. But they're hilarious all the same. Okay, so now you've got all that done. Now she's going to open up the cavity, pull out all of the organs. With this specific round of birds, we are not going to be saving anything. It's just going to go directly to our pigs. The only thing we're saving is necks and feet to make more broth and stocks. As soon as she's done with this process, getting all the innards out, it's going to come over here to Emma. And Emma is our quality control. She's going to be standing over here, and she's going to be cleaning out any remnants that did not get taken care of. She's like kind of our final step before they go into the cooler. She just makes sure all the fine tuning's done. And then we'll be sticking them over in that cooler over there that has ice and water in it. And then we'll be able to just let them all cool down to a temperature that is reasonable while we're finishing all of the butchering. And then once we're done, we'll dump out all that water, add fresh ice and apple cider vinegar, and get them soaking for 24 to 48 hours. Okay.
That was scary.
All right.
You started chasing me.
Yeah, that's what happens.
At
Those
least
little
it's
girls are sweet.
like honey.
All right, so this part I'm sure is kind of crazy to think about. This is part of our Thanksgiving tradition now, but I love this tradition. Yeah, I think it's like it takes you back to the source of your food. And
Yeah, it's fun if we don't have anything planned before then.
that's very true. Butchering on a timeline is kind of hard.
Mom.
This right here is life school for our kids. But
Yeah, I know.
It's got me. I held its hand. They got mad.
so these are like for real skills that my kids are going to walk away with. They may never end up wanting to own a farm or do this. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like 50-50. I can see some of my kids really loving it. Some of them being like, no thanks. Everybody pitches in on these days, even if it's not out here. I got my baby in there sleeping, and one of my daughters is in there watching him. And then our toddler is obviously, I mean, she totally could be running around here if she wanted to. She's feral like that. She wouldn't care, but she's inside as well. And so, you know, everybody pitches in the way that they lean best. Most of my teenagers really enjoy Butcher Day. And so they all are a part of it. This is the first real day that I feel like Millie has been intrigued by it. She has ebbs and flows, and we don't force them to do anything. The teenagers we do, I guess. But they don't really get forced. They all enjoy it. One day we were butchering, Ben had to work. And no, not yet. And he was pretty bummed he was missing Butcher Day. And so I feel like, you know, the culture you set with your kids is the culture that they follow. So if we make it a fun family event, we don't make it a requirement, but also we lean in on letting them have some ownership on it. They really enjoy the process. I feel like if we dictate to them, you know,
a lot and tell them what they have to do versus leaning in and letting them make decisions for the process. I think they own it a lot more. Naturally, this is exactly what happened. Ben ended up wanting to help Dave. Evie loves to wrangle the animals up, so she usually is gathering the birds to bring them to people. She also is always helping with feathers and cleaning up stuff and moving gut buckets. That stuff doesn't bother her. Annie likes the butchering process of eviscerating and dispatching them. And Emma naturally just went into quality control. Like, no one even asked her for that job. She just did it. And so I think when you lean in on your kids' gifts and what they prefer, it becomes a much more fun experience versus, you know, a chore. So we have a scale. We didn't have that at the beginning. We have a scale. We're gonna, and it's really ghetto, honestly, but it's perfect. It works just fine. Homestead way. Grab a thing you have, which is usually a 5-gallon bucket.
11 pounds.
11 pounds. Now, these are definitely the smaller turkeys, which we actually have some families that want smaller turkeys. Our size family would not want that. From the aspect of our Thanksgiving dinner. Of course, this is still going to be our dinner at some point, but not Thanksgiving. There's another one to weigh. It's over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not clean though.
Oh, well, it's clean, but it's not. It's not Emma standard.
It's probably got the lungs in it still.
Maybe.
Yeah, actually it does.
Really? Yeah, you can. Oh my god. I suck.
Put your fingers in it.